The first roadblock for me is the 90 days notice period. In 7th semester, I have 2 job offers, one from TCS. Both were off campus. For that 6 months that I spent there, I got to know that I don't want to do this. Although TCS was giving me 1/3 of the salary. For this decision, actually, my relatives criticized me for the rest 2.5 years that I was in TCS. Down the line, if you want to be a data scientist, you can go. If you want to be a data engineer, you can learn some tool, you can go there. So I went there for 2 days. I felt that this is not for me. So I ran from there. So in the first interview, I remember it was just for 5 or 10 minutes.
If I tell you that you can also become a data scientist by self-study and can land into a job where you will be earning more than 20-30 lakhs per annum, then you might be thinking that this guy is making baseless statements. But honestly telling you, our guest speaker has made it possible. So this special podcast is about someone who graduated from the mechanical domain, worked in TCS for a couple of years with lower salaries, and successfully transitioned his career into the data science domain and earning more than 20 lakhs per annum package. So if you also want to know the right method and right strategy to do the same, then make sure to watch this podcast till the very end. You will be learning a lot of things for sure, and make sure to like this podcast to make it viral. And before starting the podcast, I have a really awesome announcement for you all. So I have launched something really special within a closed community, and you can also leverage this opportunity. For that special launch, you need to join my Telegram community. I have provided the link in the description, so hurry up. Thank you so much, Shivam, for joining us today in this podcast. I'm pretty excited to have a discussion about your journey into the data science domain. But it would be really great if you can give a short introduction to our audience, anything about your academic background and past and current professional background as well.
Yeah, sure. Thanks for inviting me here. I'm from Patna, Bihar, and I have completed my schooling from there only. Later on, after 12th, I moved to Punjab for my BTech, and I have done my BTech in mechanical engineering from Guru Nanak Dev Engineering College, Ludhiana, back in 2019. And after that, only I joined TCS. So TCS Ninja Hiring. I worked there for around 2.5 years, and after that I switched my job in November 2021 and have joined EXL Analytics as data science consultant. So there I worked for few months or 1 year actually, and right now I'm working as a data scientist or quantitative analytics specialist in one of the US bank. So the center is here in Bangalore.
Share something about your college life. The way you started, you were not from the CS or IT sort of background. So in the engineering, what were your plans? Like what you thought after completing my engineering, this is what I'll do, and how you landed into your first job and how much salary you were getting at that time.
Yeah. So actually it is very interesting. I was very keen about automobiles and all in my childhood also, right? So I have a plan that I will be a automobile engineer, right? So after my 12th, I joined a coaching in Patna, and it was a good coaching. I was doing well for 2 years, but suddenly at the end of 12th, I got some cervical issue, and I got fainted, and then for few months I was not able to focus or study. So my rank was not good in that year. So I again dropped for a year and prepared. That time I got a good rank, but not able to get a seat in IIT because I was from general category, right? So after that I got into this college in Punjab, and there I got the this domain or the, production engineering, right? So very less people know about it. I was also not aware. But I took it, and within a week, I got one more seat in ECE. But I didn't change my branch just because I got to know till then that through production, I can go in automobile sector. I was not feeling well there, and in the same time, I got to know about some clubs in my college that used to participate in these SAE competitions where you build vehicles and participate. Then my whole college life went into this only. So for the rest of the 3 years, I was doing this, designing the vehicle, manufacturing. In the same thing, we use a software called Abacus. So to automate that, I have learned basics of Python. So in my seventh sem, I got this internship. So I got the internship in Tata Motors. So I was very happy that yeah, Tata Motors, one of the big automotive giants of this country. So I will be having good experience there. But when I went, the thing was totally different. Right? You work in production environment, and it's not that what you thought. Right? So I was working there in the engine division. I have worked in supply chain, project management, and those kind of stuff. There only first I have got this data of supply chain and have seen the data stuffs and all. For that 6 months that I spent there, I got to know that I don't want to do this. In seventh semester, I have two job offers. One from TCS, both were off campus, and one from one of the production company. That company offered me 9 LPA CTC, but I was clear that in manufacturing I will not be able to survive and I will not be able to grow. The growth rate is very low. I talked to my parents, although TCS was giving me one third of the salary, right? So I asked them, like, I come from a middle class background, right? So I asked that if they need money and all. So they said, no, it's your call. If you want to go, if you see the growth, then you can join whatever company you want. So that's how I landed in TCS. For this decision, actually, my relatives criticized me for the rest 2.5 years that I was in TCS.
So while working in TCS, when and how did you plan to move into data science role? What was the motivation behind it?
So when I joined TCS, basically I have given interview for, there is one vertical in EIS called in TCS called EIS, Engineering and Industrial Services. They have very good clients like Fiat, Mitsubishi Motors, and those are there. So again, my motto was to go into automotive, right? That's why I joined TCS. I have contacted many people on LinkedIn, and they have told me that yeah, these projects are there. So when I joined, uh, um, I got trained into web development, full stack development for 3 weeks, and there were basic courses on cloud, ML. All those courses were there. So I got trained, but for the next 3 months, I didn't get any project. So I was on the bench. My delivery manager or some manager was there who asked me to learn Java. But instead of learning Java, I was preparing for Git. For the 3 months, I keep preparing for Git. But at the end, I got one project in SharePoint. SharePoint something development CRM. So I went there for 2 days. I felt that this is not for me. So I ran from there. RMG called me that I will put you on stop pay and all. In the meanwhile, I have sent a lot of emails to people, like wherever I have seen internal opening, I have sent mails. I got few mails, a few reply, and I got one project in Kolkata branch, and that project was in supply chain analytics. So I got interested in analytics there, right? And Udemy was free for me and TCS. And in TCS, there is one internal website. It's iEvolve, I guess. They have some courses, LN tuning, machine learning course, and all. So then I started doing those assignments. Was there like live kind of assignments and hackathons? All I have taken those things, and I have learned from Udemy and the TCS internal portal. Later on, I got to work on few ML projects. That's how my TCS journey was there, and that's how I moved to analytics. And so actually, I didn't know at that time that this is what data scientists do. I used to think that they are some big shot guys, data scientists, right? So when I tried switching my career, then I got to know, okay, I was doing the same thing that these data analysts and scientists.
So coming from the zero coding background, I shouldn't say zero coding. At least somehow you got exposure on Python in college. What kind of step by step process did you follow to acquire the right skill set to become a data scientist?
So yeah, definitely. So mainly, if you will see mechanical and civil students in college, I don't know about the IITs, but in a second tier or third tier college, right? the mechanical and civil will behave like I don't touch computer. I have nothing to do with computer, right? But that's wrong actually. If you will go and do higher studies in mechanical, you have to go for computations, right? I had that thing. I have the basic of Python there. And when I started, so who want to start with the basics and don't know, I have done this course from NPTEL. It's a free course again. The joy of computing from IIT Roper. It's a very basic course, very naive course. So those who are not into coding and all can start from there. Once I have that basic part there, I got this course from Udemy, and that course is by 𝗗𝗲𝗶𝗹. It's called Complete Python Bootcamp, something like that. The Complete Python Bootcamp. The like instructor was 𝗗𝗲𝗶𝗃𝗯, and Udemy is self-paced, right? You can do it at your own pace. It's very good course to learn. And there is one more course, Complete Python Developer. So if you want to go to advanced level, you can take this course again on Udemy. This is by Andrew something. Like, I don't remember the name, but it is Complete Python Developer. So I have done the 𝗗𝗲𝗶𝗃𝗯 course and this Andrew, the Complete Developer course, few modules of it, right? And if you are learning Python, then definitely you have to practice, because without practice you will not be able to learn anything. So I have practiced on HackerRank and HackerEarth. So these two were the platform where I have practiced, and it's very good platform. You can filter through basic, medium, you already know, right? So start from basics, and then I have improved to medium and all. Advanced level is actually not required if you want to go in data science. Then there is SQL. So I was not aware of SQL. I was not aware of what is this SQL. I got to know this by one of my friend. He was from NIT Srinagar. We both were together in Pune. So he was in a company, some company was there, I don't remember the name. So he was being trained on these things, pandas, numpy and all. He told me कि ये सब भी होता है, right? So then I took this SQL course of Imtiaz Ahmed, right, on Udemy itself. So he was again a good guy, and you will learn PostgreSQL. The coding will be on PostgreSQL there. And there is one course by Data Science 365. Actually, their courses are good, and I have done their SQL course. It's on MySQL. So these are actually the basics. So you will not be using these tools in industry. I haven't used till now, so I am using big data tools, right? Hive and all those. But yeah, these are the basic things where you will learn the structure and all. And maths was good for me. So because when you will start learning machine learning, then your gradient descent and all those algorithms will come where you should know mathematics, right? So those who say कि you can be a data scientist without mathematics, I actually don't trust on them. You can be a data analyst, you can be a data engineer maybe, but if you will not know what is going behind the algorithm, it will not good for you. For maths and stats, basic stats is also required. Without stats, you can survive, but yeah, you should need that. So again, Coursera has many courses. Recently, I have done one for stats, and all the courses are free on Coursera. You can take that. Then machine learning is definitely the main thing that you would need. So Andrew Ng, everyone knows him. So his courses are free on YouTube also. It's there,
Yeah.
and Coursera also it's there. So it's a really good course. So you can take that, and for projects, so you can learn those. You can do those assignments and all from his courses, but you have to do projects, right? Because that's how you get to know how you deal with the real data or the real life scenarios. So for that, I have done this again one course on Udemy. It was 50 or 100 data science project, ML projects. So you will get this hands-on. They will give you the data, and they will give you the notebook also, and they will clear each and every cell. They will explain. So many courses are there. There is one thing called Kaggle, like software engineers go and participate on Geeks for Geeks and all. Right? So for data scientists, there is Kaggle. You have all the data there. Go and participate in the competitions. Try to get the ranks if possible, because many companies hire the Kaggle masters, grandmasters, and all. Still, if you have time, then the tools like GCP, Azure, AWS, anyone can work, because these days every company is using that. So it can give you a above hand other from your competitors. Till machine learning I did, and this was a add-on.
So one confusion we often get from the aspiring data scientist is math and master's degree both are really important to become a data scientist. So what's your experience on that?
See, a master's degree is definitely not required, right? Because if right now I'm working with a team of 12, two or three have masters, and that's because they are having their BSc and MSc thing. Right?
Okay.
So master's degree is definitely not required. But if you want to be a data scientist, then I would say math is required, right? Because without that, you will not be. You can be a data scientist definitely, but you will not be able to grow, right? So yeah, if you want to be a data analyst and data engineers also, I don't think they require maths.
How did you make different company switches, and what kind of major challenges and difficulties did you face during that time? Because maybe it was your first switch from the TCS.
Mhm.
Also, now, right, if you want to compare your first salary with your current salary, how much it has changed?
Coming to this, how I switched, right? So first, when I was trying to switch, the first roadblock for me is the 90 days notice period that I have to serve in notice this TCS, right? There I got few interviews, but again that thing was there. I haven't given these interviews before, right? So that was the first time after college I am giving the interview, and it is totally different from what you give in colleges, right? So in the first interview, I remember it was just for 5 or 10 minutes, and the second interview I got the offer, but they declined it because I was not able to join within the 15 days because I was serving notice period, right? After that, I had to wait for this around 1.5 month, right? And in that time, I was thinking that I will take back my resignation from TCS because that was the option there, right? So I was thinking that he offered me mil raha hai, so I will do this. But suddenly, after Dashera, in that week only, I got 3 or 4 offers in 1 week. Right. It was Tech Mahindra, then you have this Tiger Analytics, then Piramal Group, and EY. And in that switch, I have like, it's not my plan to get 10 or 20 offers, right? I had one limit that I will get up to this, right? But within 2 offer, I got more than that. So after that, I have given many interviews, and because of the HR and the company, I got the second round in after 1 month. Right? So at the end, definitely once I will get the offer, I will ask for more. Right?
Right, absolutely.
So after that, at the end, I joined EXL there. So in EXL, at that time, I got around 4x hike from TCS. One thing that I faced is because initially I have worked in supply chain analyst and this that. So I thought that I cannot be a data scientist, right? But it's not right actually. So I got this one from my interviewers. He was the director of one of the company, VP actually, VP. He was the VP. So he said that you are just having 2 years of experience, right? You will learn a lot down the line, right? We don't want that you know everything. We want that whatever you are claiming to know, you should know. So if you are claiming something on your resume that I know this, you should know that part. In EXL, then I worked, but the work was not as what I thought of. I was feeling very dumb there, and I have given one interview. So one of my like no one was hiring. I have given the interview there, and I failed. So again, that kicked me. You failed in this interview. Now I have to crack an interview. So I have again started giving interviews, and I got this company right now I'm working in, and I haven't hopped like after that I haven't done this offer hopping thing, because once I got this offer and they were ready for my 60 days notice period, so I settled down, because right now I am also pursuing my MBA from Indian School of Business, Hyderabad. So I also want the time actually, right? So that's why I settled there, and I joined this Wells Fargo.
And now, if you want to compare your salary with the TCS one, how
So
much
when I
it
joined
is?
TCS, see, in the first month of TCS, I worked for 3 weeks actually. I joined on 8th July 2019, and I worked for 3 weeks, and that was a training period. So they cut the HR part and all in the training period. So I got the first salary 16,800 right in hand. So that was a big thing at that time
Right.
for me, right? Because it's a first salary, right? So I will not compare with that, but the CTC was 3.36, and I am getting somewhere around 8x or
Wow.
7.5x.
If you want to quickly summarize, right, because you have been through this journey, major challenges by non-tech or non-CS folks to start their journey in data science and how they can overcome these challenges.
See, I can tell you from both perspectives. So I have learned this working in it, and I have also trained people, right? So I have seen people quitting in between. So first thing they face is Python, right? So they will get through the basics of Python, but when they will start working with the real data set, what they do is, instead of thinking, they just memorize the parts. Right? They have memorized ye karna hai, and they used to do that thing. But it will not work, because you cannot use the same tool and same technique everywhere. So that is one thing. Second is mathematics. So many people these days, I've seen they come from arts background, commerce background, and when they see this, although the very basic differentials and all are used, but when they see this, they have a fear in mind कि मैं पहले नहीं कर पाया था, right now also I cannot do this, right? So that is the issue. And then the machine learning itself, because with machine learning you have many algorithms. You should know it intuitively, you should know it mathematically, right? Because if you don't know it, auto ML is there.
Right.
Right now you have to do the post processing part, so you should understand how it is working. These things are lacking. And the second thing is, you can work through it, but if you will think that I will not be able to do this, you will definitely not be able to do it. So people quit very easily. I've seen many students quitting. I've seen many students good in coding, and they have this BCA, MCA, so they are good in coding. They code well, better than me. But when they come to mathematics, they will somehow get bullied and leave. And while searching for job, definitely for a fresher, it is hectic task, because nobody wants to take a fresher who is just claiming to do some has done some courses. So that's why you should do projects, right? Deploy these things, so in the interviews, and tackle companies that hire freshers. So math company is there, this mu sigma is there, fractal, tiger. So startups, so well established startups hire freshers easily. Then if you will say ki I will go for Wells Fargo, I will go for these companies. So these companies have some college barriers, right? I'll hire from this company. But these startups will hire you, and that is a key for you to enter into the industry.
Nowadays, like freshers find it difficult to get a job as data scientist, and so as per your experience, how much true is it? And if yes, then what should be their strategy and how should they start so that sooner or later they can crack the data science role in good companies?
Yeah. So see, I will say one thing, that don't target a specific role if you are a fresher, because if I will say I want to be a data scientist only, it will be something that is not going to work for you. If you are getting a data analyst role, it's okay. Down the line, if you want to be a data scientist, you can go. If you want to be a data engineer, you can learn some tool, you can go there.
And I
right?
guess entering into the data analysis is the very
Yes.
easiest path rather
Yeah,
than going
correct.
into the data science, and in
Yes.
company you can get the practical experience.
Yeah, right. And then second thing is learn all the tools. Don't differentiate. So few students come to me and will say Excel nahi karna hai, right? I will not learn Tableau. I will learn ML, I will learn deep learning, I will learn computer vision and all. It's good you are learning those, but put more arrows in your cover, right? It will help you, right? So in starting, definitely, if you are very good with deep learning computer vision, then there are startups who will give you job,
Right.
right? But it takes time. You cannot be good in deep learning and CV in just few months, right? So if you are looking for a role for entry, just be open, right? And there are many websites. So I till now I have got only 2 offers through referrals, and all the offers are from Naukri. So Naukri is there, IIM Jobs is there, Hirist is there. Right? These websites work. Right? LinkedIn is also there. You can ask for referrals and apply.
So this is
Yeah.
very much informative. So thank you so much, Shivam, for joining us and sharing this wonderful experience with our audience. Now, it was really informative. They will also get a really good idea that if they are working in such type of companies, they started in this manner,
Yes.
3-4 LPA or a job profile which doesn't suits them. So
Yes.
how to overcome all those things, and
Yeah.
how to upskill yourself. So thank you so much for sharing all your personal experience with us and with our audience. Big thanks.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity, and it was really nice talking to you. Right?
So that is what I had in this amazing podcast. I'm pretty sure you would have enjoyed the entire journey of Shivam from working at TCS to cracking the data science role and earning more than 20 lakhs per annum package. If you are also feeling inspired and you are feeling motivated to crack the data science role by self-study, then make sure to give a like to this podcast. And if you are new to the channel, then smash the subscribe button and press the notification icon. I will see you guys really soon with another amazing podcast. Till then, just keep exploring data.